You can create a variable in SAS by an assignment statement and a data step. To do so, let's create a new variable using a data step. Let's say we have a data patient. So the name of our data is patient and in a semicolon. So this data set contains the age and the name of our patient. So we can use a data step, right? And to create a variable, our first variable is going to be age, which is age, and we assign, let's say, the value 21. And we end in a semicolon. The other variable is going to be the name of the patient. Say the name of this patient is John, and end in a semicolon. As discussed previously, the data step ends in a run statement. Okay, so let us see what this code means. So at first, we created a numeric variable, which is age, and the name of our patient, and the name of our patient, which is John. Since the name is a character variable, we enclosed it in quotation marks. The next way we can create a variable in SAS is by using an input statement. So now we are defining a variable using an input statement. We first create a size data set as in the previous video, which is data patient. Then we use an input statement. So the input statement in SAS is a keyword. So to create variables using an input statement, we first list our variables, which is age, then name. Now, since name is a character variable, in SAS, when using an input statement, to specify that a certain variable is a character variable, we use a $sign. So this will simply mean that variable name is a character variable. So we indicate it by $sign, then semicolon. Following is a dataline statement. So following is dataline statement. So this dataline statement is used to read the data directly into the program rather than the data that is stored in an external file like a CSV or an Excel file. We can only use one dataline statement in each data step. To enter multiple sets of dataline statements, we have to create a new or a separate data step. Okay, in the place of, we can also use, cut statement. Okay, now we are ready to enter the values in our data set. So to enter the values, so we refer to this data as raw data. So we are reading the data directly in the program. So we enter the values based on location. So what does it mean? So we saw that the age is going to be 21. So this is how we enter the data. This 21 means that we are assigning the variable age to 21. And the name of our patient is John. There is no need to enter the quotation marks when we are using an input statement. And the way we end is that we put a semicolon into the next line and run. So this is how you can create a variable using an input statement and also data lines. Another way we can create a variable in SAS is if we're using a variable numbered range list. Say, for example, you want to create variables, say, from day 1 to day 7. To not continuously define day 1, day 2, day 3, up to day 7, you can just create a variable numbered range list. Say we have our data that will record temperatures from day 1 to day 7. So let's define our data to be temperature. Right. So we create a variable numbered range list also using an input statement. So this states that we want to read from day 1 to day 7. So to do so, we can have day 1 to day 7. So this is how we can create a variable numbered range list. And following that is a semicolon. Then hit data lines. Following, we are ready to input our data. Say 74, 75, 82, 84, 85, 86, and 89. And we put the semicolon in the next line. Then you run. So let us print this data and see how it looks like. Run that. So it has created the variables from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all up to day 7 without having to specify day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and so on. So this is how you can create a variable numbered range list in SAS.